Redfin confirms that in the Coral Springs housing market, home values are dropping. Which begs the question, is Redfin correct? Is Redfin right? Does Redfin have its finger on the pulse of what's actually happening in the Coral Springs housing market? This video is a deep dive into the data that exists in the Coral Springs housing market so that you know exactly what's going on. Because I know there's a ton of information out there that is looking to scare the bejesus out of you and make you think that home values are dropping everywhere. And to be clear, home values are dropping in many markets. Boise's getting whacked. California's getting whacked. Austin, Texas is getting whacked. There are plenty of markets that are absolutely getting shellacked right now. But today I want to cover, is Coral Springs actually one of them? Or is it more insulated than other markets? And full disclosure, don't believe me, believe the numbers, because the numbers don't lie. And if you find this content valuable, please subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend. Much more robust data talking about what's actually happening in the Florida housing markets so that you've got the truth and the actionable information that you need in order to negotiate the best deals for yourself. And if you're thinking about buying or selling in the South Florida market, please reach out to me directly because we would love to help. And if you're in a market that I don't serve and support, please reach out because we would love to connect you with an all-star professional that can advocate for you the right way and help you negotiate exactly what you want, irrespective of market conditions. Someone that we know, like, and trust that will not let you down. All right, let's get into the numbers. And before we get hyper-local into the Coral Springs market, I think it's critical that you understand the 5,000-foot overview and understand what the Broward County housing market looks like in order to debunk some of the misinformation that's out there. Because Redfin says one thing and the data says something completely different. But in totality, Redfin, Broward County housing market snapshot is that the average sales price of a home in Broward County was $387,000 last month, up 7.4% since last year. And now let's look and see what actually happened in Broward County as far as single family homes are concerned. Closed sales got shellacked, down 35%. Median sales price is up 9.1%. 9.1%, which is significantly higher than what Redfin said it was. And if we look at average sales price, we see an increase of 2.4%. 2.4% appreciation. Both 9 and 2 are single digit appreciation, which is what I expect we're going to see as we trend later into the year. Because the South Florida markets are more insulated than other places, and there is tremendous demand to live here. And so while so far Redfin is correct in that the market is appreciating, their number is inaccurate because their number is light. And when we go into the Coral Springs market next, you're going to see that Redfin is completely wrong. They're not telling you the truth. And I don't know if that's intentional or if their algorithm sucks, but I do know there are plenty of content creators out there that want you to believe that the sky is falling. And to be clear, this is not me trying to get you to buy or sell something. I don't want you to do anything unless it's right for you. But I do want you to have the accurate information, the truth about what's happening in your hyperlocal market in order for you to be able to make the best decision for yourself, for your family, and for your financial bottom line. But for now, we're talking about the 5,000-foot overview as far as Broward County single-family homes are concerned. The dollar volume got whacked. It's down 33.4%, which is a function of closed sales being down 35%. Percent of original list price received is down almost 6%, 93.2. A year ago, it was 98.8. Let's call it 99. And if you've been watching for a while, you know that this trend is confirmed in almost every market that we've covered so far. Buyers have all the leverage. So while this could be a function of overpriced listings, I suspect it's more likely that buyers are negotiating much better deals. And that has certainly been my experience In Q1 of this year, we have been able to negotiate the most incredible deals over the last quarter than we have been in the last 2 years. We didn't have leverage over the last 2 years. And now we've got our clients getting major discounts and walking into instant equity. Time to contract in Broward County is up 192%, 41 days versus 14. Pending sales are down 11.2%. New listings are down 20%. Inventory of homes for sale is up 53%. And month supply of inventory is up 100%. 2.8 months versus 1.4. Still a seller's market in Broward County. And what do we know so far? That Redfin is completely inaccurate in their analysis of what the actual data is. And keep in mind, we're talking about February data. I'm going to show you what March looks like so far. Because it's the 27th and March numbers won't be out until the end of April, but you don't need to wait till the end of April because I've got them today. But let's look and see what Redfin is telling the public. Let's see what the misinformation is, because if you don't do your own diligence and you rely on Redfin or Zillow or any other portal that is not accurate, you will have a distorted opinion of what the market is. And you will find tons of content which confirm your bias. But as per Redfin, Coral Springs housing market is somewhat competitive. Homes in Coral Springs receive 2 offers on average and sell in about 56 days. The average sales price of a home in Coral Springs was $510,000 last month, which is down 11%. Actually, that's not accurate. It's down 1.1%, and I need to be wearing my glasses. So strike the record, not down 11%, it's down 1.1%. Guess what? I don't think that number's right because I know what the actual housing market data is in Coral Springs, and I'm going to share that right now. And please keep in mind, this is a lagging set of information. This is not the most current information. I'm going to share what the current information is next, so please stick around because you need to know exactly what's happening in the Coral Springs market or whichever hyperlocal market it is that you're shopping in. But as of February, which is the most current data put out by the MLS, we've got Coral Springs housing numbers. Closed sales down 27%. Median sales price up 2.8%, which is not down 1.1%, which is what Redfin told you. So if you think the market is down 1%, you are wrong, and you're governing yourself with the wrong information. But the median sales price in Coral Springs was up 2.8% to $627,000, which, if you've been paying attention, is $116,000 higher than what Redfin said the median sales price was. So Redfin is dead wrong. Average sales price is up 9.5% to $689,000, up from $630,000, which again is significantly higher than the Redfin number for what an average or median sales price is. But the dollar volume is down almost 20%. The percentage of original list price received is down 6.5%. And you can see that relative to a year ago, that's a big drop. It was over 100% in February of 2022. It's 94.2% now. And that's because buyers have all the leverage. They're negotiating much better deals. New listings are taking a massive hit, down 40%. That is a big number. No one in Coral Springs is interested in trading out of a 2, 3, 4% mortgage interest rate to go up to a 7, 8, 9, 10 or higher percent mortgage interest rate handle. They don't want it. They know likey, and they feel stuck. The truth is, if you're working with the right real estate professional who knows how to negotiate the right way, chances are you'll be able to negotiate a seller credit to buy down your interest rate forever, or at least for the term of the loan involved. But paying mortgage interest rates at today's rate is not necessarily a death sentence. You don't necessarily have to do that, but you must know how to negotiate that the right way in order to be able to get it done. But increasing mortgage interest rates is no bueno for most people who need to sell something to buy something else. And it's certainly not great either for somebody out there who's looking to buy a home. But for today, it is what it is. And keep in mind, this is not today's data. This is February 2023. Inventory of homes for sale sitting on the market is up 37%, which means there is more competition if you're thinking about selling your home. It means there are more options if you're thinking about buying a home. So depending on which hat you're wearing, it's either muy or no bueno. And month supply uptick too. It's up to 1.7 months, which is up 112%, up from 0.8 months. 1.7 months of home inventory is a seller's market. 1.7 months is a strong seller's market. So assuming you price your home the right way, chances are you will have multiple offers which bid the price higher and find the one buyer on planet Earth willing to pay more than anybody else, which is what I specialize in. So if that's something you're thinking about, please reach out directly. And now, as I mentioned, this is a month old. Let's look at what today's data is. Let's look and see what February numbers yield so you don't have to wait for the MLS to publish it a month from now. You can know today. And to be perfectly transparent, this is the Coral Springs housing market. This is single family homes in Coral Springs. So if you're shopping in a certain subdivision or neighborhood, please keep in mind that the intensity of supply and demand is going to be very different in that hyper-local market in which you're shopping. But for now, here's what Coral Springs housing market data is. And what you can clearly see on the screen is a restatement of what I just shared in the last screen. But the average for sale price in February was up 3.8% compared to last month and up almost 11% compared to last year. And the average sold price increased too. It was up 10% compared to last month and 8.7% compared to last year. But again, this is February and we are in March, which is represented at the bottom of this screen. And what you can clearly see is that home prices in March are on the downtick. And to be clear, this data is up until the 25th, so last Friday. So it is not updated for today or the weekend, but this is the most timely information that exists, and pricing and timing is the key to making any investment decision. But what you can see is the active average price on the market took a hit in March to the tune of 6.2%. Which, to be clear, is not the sold price, but the sold price took a hit too. It's down 2.2% thus far in March, which is a $15,000 difference from last month in the same period of time. It dropped to 680 from 695. Now, if you look at today's stats and the current snapshot versus the same month a year ago, what you'll notice is that the active average price is down 1.2%, but the active sold price, the average sold price is up 4.5%. And then if we look at the current versus the previous year to date, you can see that the active average price is down 1.2% versus the average sold price, which is up 6.2%. But what we can clearly see is that in March, home prices dropped 2.2%, period, end of story. And Redfin's data is dead wrong. Now, I hope you found this content valuable, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend. If we can help serve or support you in any way, please reach out directly. If you've got any questions or concerns, leave them in the comments down below, and check out my next video because I suspect you will love it a lot. And until next time,